Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. What day is it? Super excited to hop on here. Hold on, there's stuff all over here. Super excited to hop on today to talk all about social media 101. I don't know, wherever you guys are watching from, go ahead and drop a comment. Where are you watching from? What is the weather like? I'm in North Carolina. It is torrentially downpouring outside, which is why I'm not going to say that's why my hair's like this. My hair's like this because it's what I look like all the time. All right, so where are you tuning in from? What are you watching? So not what are you watching? Where are you tuning in from? What is the weather like outside? Yes. Hello. Hi, guys. What's up? All right, so I am really excited about this topic today. So today's lesson 11, we are covering all your basics of social media. So in the comments, go ahead and give me a 1 if you feel like you are a master social media human. Like you're like, I know how to post, I know how to share, I know how to give value, I know how to take all the best pictures and share, and I always know what to post. Or 2, if you're like, wait a second, like I think maybe I probably need some help in the social media area, whether you're just getting started, you've been doing it for 6 months, there's always certain tips and tricks that we pick up and learn along the way. And just to give you guys a quick background of where I was, 4.5 years ago, my Facebook literally had like 60 friends. I didn't have an Instagram. And what was on and the pictures that I was putting out there before I started in network marketing were essentially just my son, right? It was just of Griffin because he was a year old at that time. So moving beyond that, okay, when I first got started in network marketing, you guys, and I wish I'm going to be doing a slideshow eventually for this, but like if you guys can scroll back to 2015, May or June, you will see my first couple posts, my first year, right? I was learning what it was like to post on social media. And so while I'm going to sit here and I'm going to give you tips and tricks and the do's and the don'ts and the basic outline, something that I didn't get, right? Something that I wish I would have had at the time when I first got started, right? Like I would have killed for this stuff, right? This stuff that we're going to share with you today is tried and true. It is something that we've had to learn, some of us the really hard way, okay? Like by posting really bad stuff and like my mom's the only person that comments on it, right? Things like that. But also time, like things evolving, the way social media is evolving, right? Facebook or Instagram or whatever path you choose. But I want to give you guys a heads up. The way I got really good at social media, the way I got really good at telling my story, the way I got really good at taking pictures and doing stuff, I literally spent so much time on YouTube. I literally spent so much time looking like, how do you post? How do you do this? How are you doing this? And I did not spend time copying and pasting what other people were doing because that never helped me get started, right? I could have copy and pasted people, but then how would I find my own voice in that? And so while we understand that like being able to share that and have, you know, one guideline or something from a post that you saw, it's great to get inspiration by a post you see and snap it and save it, but not always just taking it word for word, because then you're not going to develop your own voice. So here we go, social media 101. These are the basics. So you're going to need a pen for this, you guys, because you're going to want to take notes. So I'm going to actually get started. We're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts. We're going to keep it as basic as possible, okay? And if you guys have questions as I'm going through this, I'm going to not pay attention to the comments. I'm actually going to just be focusing on the content that I have, and then we can kind of hit back on the comments or the questions that you have after this is over. All right, so social media 101. I love social media and I love this topic. So, all right, here we go. Do's, right? Social media, number 1, the thing to do. Your profile picture, you guys. So right now, I want you to take a look at the profile picture that you have. This is where it can get tricky, okay? For women, if you are a woman, like just have your face, okay? It should be a really nice picture of your face. Sometimes if you're doing, and it's you and your husband, or it's you and you have 3 of your friends, like first of all, people don't know who you are. You have to remember that your social media, if you're growing your business essentially on social media, whether it's Facebook or whether it's Instagram, this is your business. Are you open for business, okay? Having a picture of yourself does not mean that you're salesy, spammy, or anything. It's just a picture of you. So what are some things to do with your profile picture? One, make it a good picture of you. Find one that you like. Because if you guys are going to pick one that you don't feel good, or you're just like, I'm just going to take this picture, but put a picture that you like of yourself, okay, to share with the world. Number two, and this is still in the profile, do's. These are things that you want to do. Two, make sure you have good lighting, okay? So we're gonna talk all about stuff, but like make sure people can actually see your face, right? You don't want one where you're this far away, right? People can't even see you, okay? There is a fly in here that's driving me crazy. I'm gonna kill it. But like people can't even see you. You want people to see you. People want to connect with you. They want to connect with your eyes. They want to build trust and relationships, right? If I'm gonna like accept somebody as my friend, like I want to make sure that I can see what their face is. And I'm not judging a book by its cover, but it is easier to make an understanding and a judgment of who they are, right? Like, is this someone I want to be friends with and continue down the line? So make sure it's a picture of you, your face, okay? And then your cover photo. That's another thing that you guys want to talk about. What are something, your cover photo could be your family. What are the things that are important to you? It could be a really cool quote that you found. It could be, like I said, your family. Mine is a picture of my family because that's what's really, really important to me. Maybe it's your dog. Maybe it is your team, right? Like, so as your team is growing and you're getting started, it could be a picture of your team or something like that. Those are all really cool, easy, simple steps that you can take today to get started that you want to do for your profile and your cover photo. What are things you are not to do? Don't stand really far back, okay? Number two, if your profile picture has a picture of ketones, meaning like you're holding up a box, right? Or if I can reach this. If you're holding up a box or you're doing this, right? You are a walking advertisement. And do you know who does not want to be friends with a walking advertisement? Everyone on Facebook, okay? Everyone on Instagram. So you are not Prove It. You are not ketones. Your profile picture and your cover photo, while it is your store, you are your store. You are your brand, okay? If you want to have ketones somewhere in the back, that's fine, but making sure it's a clear picture of your face. And then your cover photo, what else is important to you? Is it your spouse? Is it your kids? Is it a really cool quote? But don't make it like packets of ketones and stuff like that, because people are going to be like, oh, she's one of those people. When people get, and we've been saying it over and over again, people do not get on social media to be sold to. So don't be that person who's salesy and spammy. So that's number one, okay? Social media 101, right there. Number one tip, everyone can do it tonight. So what I want you guys to do with that is you're going to make sure, check your profile picture, check your cover photo, get that all up and running today. It's not going to take that long. I'll give you some tips on selfies in a second. All right, social media number two, something to do, right? This is something that you want to do. Use the page you have, whether it's Instagram or whether it's Facebook. And so the number one question we get asked all the time when people are getting started is, I think I'm going to start a brand new page. I think I'm going to start a business page. I think I'm going to start a page for this, right? No, 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 no. If you want to venture down that road, that is fine eventually. But if you are in this group because you are just getting started, your warm market, that means the people who already know, trust, love, and connect with you, right? Don't think of it as you're selling them something. Keep the page and share what you're sharing, and the people that want to be a part of it will reach out to you. You're not asking or begging or bringing people into the mix to be like, oh my God, please buy this from me, okay? You're not selling to them. You're just simply sharing. You're going to be growing your market and growing your network and doing all of that, and we're going to have all that for you. But just start with where you are. You do not need a brand new business page as a brand new person. And you do not, if you're on Facebook right now and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get an Instagram and I need to get pick your lane and stay there, okay? Wherever that may be. Do not worry about adding an Instagram and adding in a business page and juggling all three of them, because I'm telling you, I'm 4 years into this business and juggling all three of them is not easy. I still struggle with it constantly. I picked my lane and I went full force. And once I learned that, then I added in the next thing, okay? So pick your lane, start with where you are, and I want you to stick with that, okay? You don't need to open up a separate business page. You don't need to open up a brand new Instagram that's like, Kim, I see your name, like Keto Kim, takes on ketones or whatever that is, right? You don't need to say, you can change your handle of your Instagram if you already have one going, okay? But you don't need to start a brand new page. You can literally simply change everything by changing your profile, changing your cover photo, and then going down that avenue. So that's number 2. Number 3, are you ready? Are you ready? Give me a 1 if you're ready, because I need some love and give me some likes or loves or hearts so I know everyone's listening, paying attention. Here we go. Number 3. Do not be a sales flyer, billboard for Prove It or Prove It ketones. Okay? I'm going to say it again. Do not be a walking billboard ad on your newsfeed for Prove It or ketones. And now a lot of you are going, but wait a second, but I'm selling it. You're sharing it. You are not selling it. If you want to be the person who is sharing and not salesy and not that person, you need to understand that posting the sales flyer that comes through the Pulse app is your worst enemy, because people are going to see it and they're going to go, ugh. People don't want to be sold to. There are different ways to share when a sale drops, okay? Do not post the sales flyer. Do not post the sales flyer. Everyone say it with me from your desk, wherever you are. Do not post the sales flyer. Put your right hand up. I promise I will not post the sales flyer anywhere except just don't post it. You can create posts. So how are you going to do that? Like, how do you share ketones without posting the sales flyer, without posting like this and just being like, right? Like, there's all different ways that you can do it. So here we go. What can you do to share this journey? Number 1, post your own before and better photos. If you are just getting started out and you're like, I don't have a before and better, make one for 10 days, drink ketones, drink your water, do whatever. You could do face-to-face, because seriously, you guys, if you can't tell, I find pictures from 2 years ago when I was laid less than I do now, right? And I put us side by side, but the difference in my eyes and the energy, people are like, holy crap, I want what she has. What gave you that change? So find those before and better pictures, an old picture of yourself, something that you can do face-to-face Friday, before and better at the beach, 2 years ago at the beach versus you at the beach now. Do you have to have a massive physical transformation? No, I don't have one. I've never had one, ever had one. So what am I doing? I'm literally just sharing my personal journey, okay? Because people are following me, right? So before or better, we also have an album for those of you that are like, we also have an album of approved photos for you to use. It's in your team page. So make sure you're checking with your closest upline COC. That's their circle of champ. And if you don't know who it is, reach out to the person that invited you to join this business, your biz partner that you signed up with, and be like, who do I reach out to? Where do I find these approved photos? Okay. Make sure you do that. So you're not going to share the sales flyer. You're going to be able to share before and better photos. Share selfies of you, okay? Share selfies of you. If you guys are not sharing, if it's always just a picture of a drink on a table, or if it's always just a pic of the packets being like, these changed my life, no, people want to see you. I guarantee you, I don't care what you look like. I don't care. Look at, people want to see you. They want real, authentic, raw humans in their newsfeed all the time. I promise you, okay? We're going to talk about how to take selfies in a second, right? So don't show that, we also have, oh, this is also great. So what if you're like, oh my gosh, but I don't have these new flavors, a brand new flavor just dropped. We are really good that we have people that are able to produce these really pretty pictures of if you are selling a 5 or 10 day or something like that. You guys, you simply can find a pretty way to take these pictures, okay? Super simple thing, right? You can take the pictures, you can hold like this, you can clear off a desk, you can put it down, right? Don't ever just be like, I'm gonna take a picture, right, of this like this, right? Because the rest of my life is a mess behind me, okay? But you can take pictures of it. Do not get caught up in just taking photos of that. You are not a walking bill for Prove It. You are you, okay? You are your brand. Prove It is not your brand. It is a part of what is inspiring and loving and something that you want to scream from the mountaintops, but you are not Prove It, okay? So that is number 3, no sales flyer, none. Okay? None. All right, I'm really passionate about that because every time I say don't post a sales flyer, I see like 50 go up. And it's fine, but I'm just saying for your people that are following you and for the people that are looking at you, like you don't want to turn people off because you don't know who's watching you. There might be your next rank 6, 7, 8 who wants to join your team who is watching you, okay? But then they see a sales flyer, they're like, I don't want to do that, right? Be who you want to attract. All right, number 4, ready? Do share your personal benefits from ketones that you can find on the side of the box, okay? I'm super glad I brought this box down because it's going to be super handy right now. Okay, where is it? Do they not have it on the side of the box anymore? They don't. Oh, no. All right, so this is what we're going to do. You can find it in other places and stuff like that. But what are your personal benefits that are compliant, okay? So better energy, better focus, better mood, better sleep. I'm missing one. Better fat loss, okay? Those are all compliant terms that you can share about how that has affected you. And we're going to talk about sharing your story and all of that this week. But like those are all awesome, amazing things to talk about. Things that are not awesome to talk about when it comes to ketones is I came off all my medication. It's preventing cancer. It helps people like on cancer. It does this. It reduces all the inflammation in your body and you can come off your antidepressants and stuff like that. You have to remember that we are a company that is literally in preventive like of everything, right? So Big Pharma is going to be after us. So while we have all of these amazing, awesome, beautiful things that are happening, it is not always best to share that. You can share things like if you did come off your depression medication or you do feel like it helped with something, anxiety, you could be like, I used to not be able to get out of my bed in the morning. Now I feel like I have the energy, but you're not going to say like, I used to have depression so bad I couldn't get out of bed in the morning, but since drinking ketones, my depression has gone away, right? It's making a medical claim, and that's not what we do, okay? So think about ways that you can phrase it. Think about those 5 things. I'm going to repeat it again. Ready? Better fat loss, better energy, better focus, better mood, better sleep. Those are the 5 things that we can talk about, right? Better mood. I wasn't able to get out of bed, but now like I feel like I have the energy to, I feel like I can, I feel like blah, 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 right? Like all of these stuff can focus around better mood, okay? It doesn't have to say anxiety, inflammation, or anything like that. So make sure that you guys are sharing compliant terms to begin with. Number 5, ready? Do not be a Prove It salesperson on your feed, okay? That's gonna be the first don't. Don't be a Prove It salesperson on your feed, and don't be that person who barely ever shows up unless they're just going to post about a sale that's going on. I'm going to tell you why. People want to know who you are, okay? So if you're every day you're taking the best selfies of you and ketones, right? Or you and the keto reboot, or you and keto up, right? If you are only sharing that every single day, people are going to say like, but what is she providing to me except telling me how great these ketones are every single day, right? You don't want to be a Prove It salesperson, right? You don't want to be that person who only shows up when they want to sell something, right? They take 5 days off and they show up and they're like, who wants to buy 5 days out of money, right? People are like, where have you been? Like, who are you, right? Do follow our principles for 4, 2, 1, okay? And this has 2 sides of it. So I hope you guys are taking notes. 4, 2, 1. So this can be done 4, 2, 1, or it can be done 10. No, was it 10? How did I say I was going to do this? 4, 2, 1, or yeah, 10, 3, 1, right? So it's either 4, 2, 1 or 10, 3, 1. And so what this means is that biggest number, I'm going to just use 4. If you want to do 10, 3, 1, you're going to take the same thing and just kind of like double it up, right? So 4, 2, 1 equals 7, right? How many days are in a week? 7. How many times are you going to post a day? 1. If you're looking to optimize, grow your network fast, you're going to post twice a day. And that's when you're going to focus on that 10, 3, 1, okay? Because that equals 14, 2 times a day, 7 days a week. Got it? See the math? Got it? Done? Yes? Awesome. Yep. Okay, here we go. 4, 2, 1. Here we go. 4. 4 times a week, you are going to post something that is about you, okay? Something that speaks something about you. Nothing about ketones and nothing about Prove It. So what can that look like? 4 things about you. Maybe you're a mom and you have kids. You can make a post about your kids or going on date night with your husband. Maybe it's your fur baby that you're a mama to, okay? Other things, are you into fitness? Do you love working out? Of course, like, sure, share something about that. Are you funny? I'm funny. I share memes all the time. I share gifts. Like, I like to do things like that, okay? I ask questions about being a mom, right? 4 things that has nothing related to ketones, okay? All about you. Why is this important? If you want to build a lasting business, it is built on the foundation of trust. How do you build trust? By connecting with people and relationships. When people see what your life is like, you guys, they automatically think they know you, right? They know you. It is so simplistic, okay? When we were going through a Game of Thrones thing, I would post memes about Game of Thrones. Everyone knew I loved it, right? Even though we watched it for like 2 months because we binged it so fast, right? I was getting memes from people. I was getting text messages from people, right? People know that I suck at waking up to my alarm because they follow, like, because I'm always like, oh, I forgot to press, right? Like, they know Griffin, they know Travis, right? They feel like they know me. So when they're looking to make a change, if they're not ready in the first 7 months, when they are and they're ready to make a change, who do you think they're going to go to? The person they connect and they feel like they know? Or that person who only posts sales flyers and is only trying to sell them something, who may be their best friend that lives down the street? Do you see the difference there? You have to build the connections, and you connect with people by letting them into your life and see a little bit. So 4 things about you, okay? Or 10 if you're doing twice a day. Now, so 4, 2, right? And I put this in here. 2 things we're going to call them breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs is when you're kind of talking about something, but you're not like, buy it from me or come get a 10-day from me, okay? It's just dropping a little breadcrumb, right? You little breadcrumbs following, right? Have people follow to where you're like, what are you talking about, right? 2 a week. So depending on what we're focusing on, we're going to talk about marketing calendars, like all the good stuff's coming, you guys, but this is just your basic outline. 2 breadcrumbs a week about ketones, preferably not Monday, Tuesday, right? Maybe you could do like Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Thursday, right? Something. What does a breadcrumb look like? How you can talk about ketones without asking people to join you? Could be something really simple. Maybe you do love fitness and working out, right? Maybe you could have a picture of you post-workout, right? You can have your shaker bottle. You don't have to be like, right? It could just be down here. They don't even have to see it. It could just be your hot pink, whatever it is, ketones in your thing right there for you, right? A simple breadcrumb would be like, I suck at coming up with things on the fly. Like, oh my gosh, I just got finished doing my, 45-minute workout. I can't believe how much longer I can go and how much energy I have thanks to my mom fuel. Have you ever even worked out if you haven't worked out on ketones before? Did I ask people to be like, do you want to buy something from me? No, I dropped a little breadcrumb, piqued a little interest. People are like, well, what is she drinking? What do you mean she has better energy, right? Or maybe you have keto up, right? And I don't have a can on me, right? Maybe I'm going to pretend this is keto, right? It doesn't have to be here. You don't have to always be like, look what I got. It doesn't always have to be in people's faces, you guys, right? Breadcrumbs. It could be in the background. It could be your kid holding it. It could be anything, right? Where you're just like, a different picture or a different selfie or whatever it is. Maybe your kids are in the background or they're on the floor and it's a picture, like whatever, right? Where you can be like, oh my gosh, 2 p.m. used to mean like I'd have to load all the good like humans into the car and go to Starbucks every day for my 2nd or 3rd pick me up or 7th cup of coffee of the day. Super glad I have my 2nd shift fuel ready to go, blah, blah, blah. Hashtag mom fuel. Hashtag like life can be better. Hashtag, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you see how they're breadcrumbs without asking? Okay. Same thing with the biz opportunity. You can do the same thing. You could do something like a picture of you and your laptop and it being like, right? And we're going to talk more about this, so I shouldn't get too deep into this, but like the breadcrumb would be like, oh my gosh, I never thought I would love to spend my a rainy Tuesday afternoon learning with my team. So excited to be a part of a community that really like fosters connection and relationship. This is unlike anything I've ever done before. Hashtag made for more. Hashtag I found my tribe. Like, do you see how like you're not asking them to join the sneak peek. You're not asking them to do something. You're just dropping the breadcrumb. You're giving them a little taste of what is going on while piquing their curiosity, okay? Then one time a week, right? Even if you're following the 10-3-1 rule, whatever it is, it's still one time a week, right? So all week you're kind of been like, boom, boom. This is a little about me. This is a little about the biz, a little about ketones. You're doing all this stuff. Once a week, you're coming in with that massive hook, right? So jab, 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 jab. And then once a week, you're coming in with that hook. You're going to outright state you want them to do something. We call it a call to action, a CTA. This is where you're then going to be like, you can post your transformation photo. Transformation Tuesday, hello, you're performing better. Before ketones, since ketones, gone. After, like, I'm most excited to share this with the world. If you want a test drive of the supplement that has completely changed everything about my life, drop a blah, blah, blah in the comments and I will send you the details, right? If you're interested in learning more about this awesome community that I joined of people empowering each other, or women empowering women, or, you know, a transformation that, you know, I'm so excited to share with so many people to link arms and run this business together and share better with the world, drop a or slide into my inbox and I'll get you the link to join our free sneak peek group. Call to action, right? So breadcrumb. Me, this is who I am, this is who I am. Here's a little bit of breadcrumb. I kind of like ketones. Oh, she's talking about something that's making her life better. Oh my gosh. Boom. What is it that she's making her life better? How can I get in on it? Boom. Next week, rinse, wash, repeat. 4, 2, 1. 4, 2, 1. Over and over and over and over and over again. If you find yourself doing call to actions 5 or 6 times a week, your audience is tuning you out. I guarantee you. They do not just want to see you as a salesperson. You are not, prove it. You are who you are that has better, that can help other humans. You are your brand. End of story. So if you're thinking about what are those 4 things to share about, take your pen and write out 20 things about you. Do you like peanut butter? Are you a bachelorette person, right? There's so many things. Do you like books, personal development? Are you into, I don't know, I'm like drawing a blank right now. Do you like hiking? Do you like camping? I made a meme once about camping and I had so much engagement on it because everyone was like, I don't like camping either. You're my people, right? I built up the connection and trust, and that's how people are going to want to follow you. So 421, right? Don't be a prove-it salesperson. And guys, 421, posting once a day is exactly what we talked about yesterday. Consistency, over and over and over and over and over again, okay? You don't have to post 7 times a day on your Facebook or 7 times a day on your Instagram. Instagram stories and Facebook stories, those are a different thing. That's social media advanced, right? That's after you finish your mentorship. But for right now, if you're just focusing on getting started on posting, once a day is plenty. If you want to do twice a day, do twice a day. Hello? That's my dog. I thought it was Travis knocking on the door, but it's Bear's wagging his tail and hitting the door. It sounds like someone's knocking. All right. So those are the 5. I'm going to go over just the 5 do's, okay? Do's. Number 1, profile picture is of you. Cover photo is something that means to you. It is not a whole group of people. You are not 100,000 feet away from the camera and where all you see is like this big dark outline of someone, and it is not of ketones, right? Number 2, use the page you have. Do not get started on a business page and trying to revamp and start a brand new page for this and try to get people, because people are not going to follow you from here to here when you're first getting started. Guarantee you, been there, done that, tried that, lost that. It was all just a hot mess. Stick with what you have, what you're familiar with, pick your lane, go. Number 3, share your before and better photos, right? Find some. I guarantee you, go find a picture of you from 8 weeks ago before you started ketones and take a picture of you today, put them side by side and look at the change in your eyes. I guarantee you can see a difference. The glow up is real, you guys. The glow up is real. Also, share your pictures, your selfies. If you want to take a picture of ketones, shake them up, pour it in a pretty glass, right? Take a picture of that. Do not post sales flyers. Do not post sales flyers. Do not post sales flyers, okay? And I'm saying this because I love all of you so much. And then number 4, share your personal benefits that fall under the 5 categories: fat loss, mood, focus, energy, sleep. We're not going non-compliance. We're not talking about cures for cancer. We're not talking about how it's preventing and taking everyone off their depression medication or anything like that, okay? 5 things. Make sure it falls in the 5 of those things. And the last thing, number 5, follow 4, 2, 1. Do not be a salesperson for Prove It. Do not be inconsistent and only show up whenever you feel like it or when there's a sale. People will not trust you, okay? So those are my top 5 do's and don'ts. Now I'm going to give you some pro tips. If you guys are ready for some pro tips, go ahead and crush that like. Give me some love. Drop some yes in the comments because I'm feeling alone here because I don't see many comments, but I don't know who's watching. So here we go. And this is kind of long, I understand, but this is really important, you guys. So just stay with me because I guarantee you, if you're looking to build your business on social media, like you need to have these down pat. No one's gonna be perfect, but these are super specific guidelines. So here we go. Basic tips. Number 1, taking a selfie. So I know when I first got started, in the whole social media network marketing thing, I don't think I ever, like I used to take selfies with like a disposable camera in college. I'm dating myself. And I'd be like, right? And like, right? And then the picture would be like this, my whole face, and then like someone else's face squish, and we'd be like right up in the camera, right? Anyone else? Anyone else? I coined selfie back then. That is not the selfie that you want to see now, right? So selfies now are, I know it feels like you're very like, oh, like vain or whatever, but it is your business, right? And you have to get over the mindset of like, what is everyone else thinking? No one else is thinking anything. Everyone's taking selfies everywhere. I've seen people and girls who are posting things for Instagram. Their boyfriends are like laying on the ground trying to get the perfect angle. So you stopping someplace or you being in your house, getting good light and like smiling and like no one's even going to think anything of it. I guarantee you it's all in your head. Everyone else is just walking by and they're like, oh my God. It's a social norm nowadays, right? Take the damn selfie, you guys. It's not a big thing. But how are we going to take the selfie, okay? Here we go. Tips. Ready? Lighting. Please be sure you are facing some sort of natural light in some way, shape, or form. And if you don't have natural light, right, you can do a couple things. I have a big ring light. If you're like, I don't want to spend $100 on a ring light. Well, I didn't either for years. So what did I do? I went on Amazon. And for $12, I got this little ring light. And what can it do? Ready? You can clip it on your phone and look at the lighting difference, right? So I'm gonna, like, if I turn off this light, right, that's my other ring light. Like, I'm not gonna take a selfie like this, right? No one can see it, but with this, do you see how everything changes? Guys, it's $12. Why would I use this today? Because it's pouring rain out and there's not a single ounce of sun that is out in that sky right now to get a natural, like any natural light. Do not turn your back to any lighting. Do you see? You look, it's like creepy kind of. You're like in this dark, people can't see, right? You want to find natural light somewhere. So go to a window in your room, okay? In your house somewhere where the sun's shining, right? But don't make it where you're like, right? You don't want to look like a ghost. You just want to make sure that you have enough light to get illumination on your face. Number 2 with the selfie, okay? Here we go. Angles are everything. And I dropped a video here for you guys. It's like a 4-minute video to watch on selfie taking. And I know some of you are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm learning how to take a selfie. Just do it. I promise you, it'll change everything. Are you going to be perfect the first time? Of course not, right? But angles, ready? What are some good angles? So right now I have this propped up here. What if my angle was like this? And I was like, so guys, today we're going to talk about selfies. You got to be like, what is going on here? I can see the roof of her mouth. She has 25-7 chins, right? Which you don't have in real life. So like, if you turn it, like everyone's going to look like they have a million chins if you're taking a photo down here, right? Also, this is also not a selfie. Hi. Guys, get your face in the photo. Stop being afraid of it. Get your face up in there, okay? Hold your phone. Like I get a ring. I have my pop socket back here. It helps me hold it. I can do this. There's little things you buy on Amazon called tripods, okay? What are tripods? They're little teeny tiny things that you can actually hook your phone up to so that, because like, do you guys know for like the first 7 months, I was like, how are all these people, like who's taking the pictures of all these humans like sitting on their countertop or working out or doing this and doing that? I'd be like, gosh, they have like the best, most supportive spouse who just walks around taking pictures of them. No, Travis doesn't walk around taking photos of me. I have a tripod. You guys, look at that thing. Look at that thing over there, okay? You can get a small one, just a tripod off Amazon. You don't need the big old light to go with it, I promise you. Okay, I just got that light. So like, just understand that, like, just get a tripod. They have those things where you can literally, like a suction cup, where you can suction it to a window if you want to take a picture without lugging a tripod everywhere you go. Get a selfie stick. I know. You get them $5 at Target, you guys. Plug them in, put them out. You get the best angles ever, okay? So get those selfies done. So that's your first pro tip, okay? Number 2, when you're thinking about taking your pictures, taking selfies, doing whatever, if you're taking pictures of food, take a piece of paper, ready? Take a napkin, ready? Everyone say it with me. Clean the plate, right? And I know it sounds silly, and I know, but like, if this is your business and this is your storefront, like, don't you want to put up, like, listen, like, I'm a hot mess. Like, I'm the queen of hot mess, and I share my hot mess in the appropriate way. I don't like, but I want people to be attracted to my photo to then click on, and then I can share my hot mess about how I dropped it or how I broke something or how I did this beforehand, right? Instagram stories is a great place to share my hot messness. Like, what does the plate look like before I cleaned it, okay? But like, no one wants to look at a picture of your plate that has spaghetti sauce all over it. It's falling off. You kind of, just like, seriously, just, if you're going to take a picture of food, you guys, get good lighting. Again, this is why this is huge. So you can literally put it over top of your food, take a picture, because sometimes you eat, it's dark out or it's morning, whatever, right? And then just wipe it down, right? Just take a napkin, just clean off the plate, take a soda, boom, you are done, all right? That goes with everything else, right? If you're looking for a place to get a good pictures and stuff, life doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm not saying that. So I want you guys to please hear me on this, right? I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm not saying everything has to look picture perfect on social media, because I actually think real, raw, authentic is the best. There is a time and place to take a picture of you with your kids on the floor, laundry everywhere, if you're telling a story about that, okay? If it relates to your ketones, or if it relates to whatever you're sharing your for about you, maybe it's being a mom, maybe it's having a stressful day, maybe you're asking a question like, oh my God, how's this? Anyone else? Right? There's a time and place for that. But if you're taking a picture and like, we can see like dirty clothes all over the background, your underwear is out, like all on the ground, like, people don't want to see that, okay? Find a place in your house that's semi-clean that you can take these pictures, okay? So if the best natural light for me is in my kitchen, right? If I'm gonna take pictures there, I'm gonna make sure my kitchen doesn't look the way it normally does. I might just shove it all to the side, take a photo, right? I don't want all my mail, my like stuff in the background, because people are going to, like, their eyes are gonna see that, okay? Again, I'm not saying you need to be perfect, because that's not a reality. But in your pictures, go ahead and do that. Last pro tip for selfies, here we go. But Trish, I'm so busy during the week, what do I do? Okay, pick a day, do your hair, right? Take a couple different shirts that you can wear, and then kick your kids out of the house, or lock yourself in a room, or do whatever you have to do. Do a photo shoot, you guys. Like, and I know it sounds silly, but do a photo shoots saved my life. They saved my time, right? Because if I had to post a selfie of myself today, I'd be like, I have pictures stored up, lined up. The picture I posted yesterday was from a week ago when I was at the beach. It wasn't even from, I didn't have to worry about it, okay? So change your shirt, take a couple of photos, do different things, different positions, try it. Take more than one and just keep going. And I know. But if you're looking to build a business on social media, if you're looking to grow a team and do the things that you have to do and make it your actual storefront, there are certain guidelines that I just totally encourage you guys to do. So I hope you guys are hearing me. All right, last thing, here we go. There's no perfect time to post, just post when you can, because when it's available for you, it's available for the people who are following you. If you're a mom and you're posting at 9 p.m. at night after the kiddos are in bed, all the other moms, their kiddos are in bed at 9 p.m. at night, they're gonna see you. Got it? Number 2, if you're still trying to figure out what to say, how to say it, what to do, blah, 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 practice your voice memo. Just pull up your voice memo and just talk, blah, 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 right? Oh my gosh, I love ketones. Listen to the word that you're using all the time, okay? I use like, literally, and listen all the time in my posts, because what have you heard me say 1 million times while I'm talking to you? Like, literally, listen. I post and I text and I type exactly the way that I speak. I'm not trying, I do lots of dots, and I'm always like, wait a second, right? Like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. It's the way I speak. So just voice memo, practice what you want to say. This fly is going to make me lose my mind. Just practice what you want to say and do it in voice memo. Then you can write it down, or you can do voice to text, so that already comes out as a text, and you can be like, oh, sweet, awesome, great. This is like perfect, okay? So voice memo. And then last thing are going to be apps that you can use. So what are some special apps that I like to use that you can put a filter on? And guys, when I say filter, I don't mean like you have to look perfect. Like, again, I hope you guys are hearing me on this. Like, it's not about looking perfect, right? Filters that, like, I like to use filters just to make my picture brighter, right? So I like to use an app called Lightroom because you can take the exposure and you can lighten it up. So if the picture does come out, like I'm in a place where I don't have the best lighting and it's like this, right? I can lighten it up a little bit. So the exposure just brightens up everything, right? Same, it's great for food. It's great for pictures of selfies. It's great for ketones. Photofy is another really good one. They have a ton of filters where you can just change the coloring and stuff like that, okay? Don't get wrapped up in finding photos or like filters where like you have to smooth your face out, you have to have white teeth, you have to do all that, right? Like I've been through that journey, I've done all that stuff and there's nothing wrong with any of that whatsoever. But like if it's sucking up your time and it's making you feel less about yourself than more, don't do it, you guys, because like no one needs perfection. People just want to know who you are, but we need to present it in an attractive format so people at least stop their scroll. Because I want you to think about it. How often are you on Instagram or Facebook and you're scrolling and you're like, we go so fast. What are those pictures that stop and feel like, oh, look at her. Or like, oh, that's a cute selfie. Oh. Like you are so afraid that people are going to think that you're vain or you're or whatever when you're posting, but like actually people are already out there looking. Like they're going to see a cute selfie of you and they're not going to be like, why would she do that? They're going to be like, oh my God, that's a cute selfie of you. Like, you look really cute there. Or, oh my gosh, your hair looks pretty. Like, it doesn't matter. So just be real and authentic. So that is it. I'm wrapping it all up. So what I want you guys to do, your task today is to take some time, sit down, write 421, Monday through Friday or Tuesday through next Tuesday or Monday, whatever that is, 7 days, and write out your 421. What are you going to share? So like, you can be proactive, right? You don't always have to be on like your heels trying to figure out like what you want to post that day. Like, oh, I want to post about my kids tomorrow. So tonight when they're home and they're actually not being like insanely crazy, I'm going to actually take a photo of them, right? Maybe at the baseball field, or maybe we're going to take them outside and do something like that. Or maybe we're watching a movie. And the day after that, I really want to post a picture of like my favorite, I don't know, ice cream or whatever, right? Like whatever it is, like you can be proactive, like stock up those photos now and then you have it ready to go for that. So tonight, I want you to do your task is to finish watching this movie, live, video, whatever. Write out your 421 and then take a minute to watch that selfie because she's going to have a lot more tips than I just did. And that is all. So I hope you guys, if you guys have questions, drop it in the comments. Make sure you tag the person that invited you or that you enrolled with so that we can make sure that we get those questions answered. And I will talk to you guys later. Happy Tuesday.